There is no yes, there is no no, there are only flow and resistance.
Hey everyone, this is Neetu Rishi, your host at the Passionpreneur Show with Neetu Rishi. Many of you know me as an entrepreneur, as an author, as a pageant coach, as a model. But you know, one word that describes me best is passionpreneur, because I converted my passions into thriving business, and not just one, two of them. Those babies are the success door, where I work with students, help them find their strength and passion and be college ready in the best possible way. And the second one is Fly Showcase. Fly means First Love Yourself, where it's a platform for the aspiring models to start their journey and shine on that runway. And through this show, we bring people from all over the world who can inspire you, who can ignite you, who can help you unleash your best potential. These are the people who have decided to break the boundaries and taken their passion to the next level and become passionpreneurs, and I call them unstoppable. So let's dive deep into today's guest. But before that, don't forget to subscribe if you want this dose every week for your motivation. All right, let's welcome our guest for today, Unison Frances, all the way from San Diego. Hello.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Gorgeous. I love the pop of pink. Beautiful. Awesome. A little about her. She's a certified professional organizer. You heard it right. It's so important for us to be organized. We say be organized in your life, be organized in your wardrobe, and especially the pantry. But she organizes your life by, now what she does, she's called the guru of what's got to go, go. Right? She helps women get unstuck by clearing out all the things in your home that are holding you, that are sucking your energy. And that's what she does, whether you are navigating loss, divorce, or just feeling stuck. She's your go-to person. Let's welcome none other than Unison Frances.
Oh, thank you, Neetu. Thank you for having me here today.
Awesome. I am, I always talk about decluttering. In fact, I'm always after my kids. I tell them, I'll not come on weekdays, but on Sunday, when I come to your room, I want it clear. So what they do is normally they pick all the stuff from bed and here and there and put it in the closet. And one day, accidentally, I checked the closet. I said, what's this? Mom, you said you'll check the room. You never told you're going to check our closet. So I know it, for me, my mind works when everything is organized. Yes. On my table, in my desk, in my binders, everything. But tell us, how did you start? People get stuck in their own lives, but why? What's your why? Why did you plan to do this for other people?
I was stuck. I was a school teacher for 22 years, and then the pandemic hit. Mm-hmm. And like so many of us, we were at home, and I would not consider myself a depressed person, but I was lower than I ever had been in my own mm-hmm. life. Mm-hmm. And I was doing anything I could to get out of that. At the time, I had 2 small children, and I had no space for myself. Mm-hmm. There was nowhere to go. So I was converting my own garage into mom's space, my space. Mm-hmm. And I realized as I was going through things, letting things go, opening boxes of clothes that I might not fit back into, maybe I could get one thigh into, why was I holding on to this? Boxes of books, things that are in the garage that held memories or held sentiment were actually just taking up space. And that's what I was craving, was space. So I started letting things go and I started feeling lighter. It was like the more things I let go, I cut an emotional tether between these things, and I could feel my spirit lifting as I created space. The next interesting thing that happened was, as I had space, I started seeing things more clearly. It's kind of that saying, like, if you don't need to see the whole staircase, you just need to see one step at a time.
One step at a time.
One step at a time. And I felt like I was physically clearing that one step at a time.
Yes.
And so that is my number one advice to people. If you feel stuck, clean your room.
Yes.
And, especially for children, they don't know why they feel bad or, something.
Yes.
And then, if they have a clean room, it really does help their mood. It really does. And they might not know it. I actually work a lot with my own children in cleaning their space. It's my love language. My kids will say, Mom, can you help me clean my room? It's time that we spend together and we do it together. When I was a kid, maybe you will remember this too, cleaning your room was a punishment. Go in there and don't come back until it's clean. Don't come out of there until it's clean. And it did feel like a punishment. But I want to flip that script.
I love it. Love language. It is such a beautiful way, instead of, telling them it's a punishment or creating that pressure.
Yes.
I'm going to use this now. Instead of telling them every Sunday I'll come to your room, every Sunday we'll have a love language talk.
And it's, especially for women our age now, cleaning is not a punishment. It is a cleansing. It is a letting go.
Detox.
Just thinking like we're here at a hotel and I'm thinking like when you walk into a hotel room and it's clean and it's fresh and it's, you get to relax. And that's the way I feel in my home when it's that way.
Yes.
But when it's cluttered or disorganized, I feel it. Don't you feel it, right?
Exactly. This reminds me, last year I was at a cruise. And the cruise was so good. The name of the cruise was Celebrity. So I felt like a celebrity.
Yes.
So even when we stepped out for lunch or snacks or going to the pool, if we stepped out 10 times, the moment we came back, the bed was ready. I was like, oh my gosh, do they have cameras here that whenever we step out, they're coming and clearing out? So my husband told the package includes that as you enter the room, you need to feel fresh. So there were moments when from the pool I'm coming and oh my God, I'm tired. And my husband says, get ready in formals. We have to go for dinner. I don't want to get ready. But the moment you enter the room, you feel good.
Yes. And we can have that in our own homes. Our home should be our sanctuary. It really should be. It is not, a place where your home is not a storage unit to your past. Your home is your sanctuary and your clear path to your future.
Very nice. Beautiful. But you started it with your home and you started feeling the beautiful effect and the love behind it. Then how did this come in the mind that I want to help other people?
Yes, thank you. So I was very drawn. I've always been an entrepreneur. And as a teacher, I was feeling stuck during the pandemic. We were, on lockdown. We were just on Zoom. And so I started looking into, because I'm a lifelong learner, what would it take to become a certified professional organizer? Now, people can do this job without a certification, but I love learning.
Is there a certification?
There is. So I love learning. So I went ahead and got certified during the pandemic. And then because we were still on lockdown, I wanted a way to help other women, especially women, because clutter affects women differently than men. Men are single focused in life. We know this, right? So they do not see all of the clutter. Women,
they're like this.
Right. Single
if I'm
focused.
driving, I'm only driving. If I'm cooking, I'm only cooking.
Right. But we are multifaceted, amazing beings.
Yes.
And so we have diffuse awareness. And when we look at a room and we're looking for one thing, we're looking for the keys, we also see the pillow, the pile of laundry, the pile of magazines, and it sucks our energy. So I wanted to give other women a place where we could come together in community because clutter is isolating. No one wants to show you a messy home.
Yes.
So I created the decluttering happy hours during the during the pandemic, and they're still going today. I do it twice a month, so you can join us anytime.
Awesome.
And what we do is we focus on one room at a month. This month is our living room, welcoming people in, welcoming love, our living space, and we are decluttering our living room. So in that hour, we'll pick one small, manageable chunk.
Okay, so
in your living room,
you all come on a Zoom.
Oh yes, on a Zoom.
Okay, and it's decided it's living room. So the Zoom is still on, camera is on.
Camera's on.
And everybody is clearing out the space.
And everybody's clearing out the space, and I'm not teaching anything. It's not something where you need a notebook. It is very casual. I like to say bras off. very casual. And you tackle the one thing that's been hard for you to get to in that room. And what it is it's creating the time for you to do it and the container. And I'm right there. And it's a fun atmosphere.
I love
Even
it.
a cocktail, a mocktail. And people ask me advice all the time. Should I get rid of this? And the answer is, of course, yeah, if you're asking, right? But, they ask, oh, how should we get rid of this? And if I don't know the answer, someone always else jumps on. And it's a very community based. And in that way, what I love about it is I don't have all of the answers, and I might not have your answer, but Sue from Texas might, and and it's so great in community. We are no longer isolated from our clutter.
I love it.
And it makes it fun.
It makes it fun, and I think it just passes by because when you're together, it feels like, oh, I'm not doing it alone. It's not boring, right? This reminds me another thing. I used to keep some dresses, as you said, sometimes with age or with size or changes in our size, we do not fit in that, but they are still close to our heart. And we keep it with a hope that I might fit into this dress. So there was a time when I had gained so much of weight, and there were almost, I would say, not less than 30 or 40 dresses, which I kept with a hope that I'll fit in them. And then one day I just decided, how about I get rid of all of that? I'll just buy one extra small dress that I want to fit into and just put it in the entrance, just starting off my wardrobe. That will give me a motivation, what I need. Motivation can come from one instead of 40 dresses. And I made space for new outfits. But my husband said, it's better you would have kept those. You spent so much of money buying. But yeah, I think decluttering really, really helps.
It does. It creates flow. You and I have just talked about this earlier about with fashion and with jewelry and things. I am by no means a minimalist. I am not a minimalist, but I believe heavily in flow. And, I know your audience is uncovering what they want to do. I believe that activating that decision-making muscle helps you decide who you are and what you want next. So clutter is really delayed decisions.
I like that. Clutter is delayed decision.
Yes. Clutter is delayed decisions. Like, I'll get to that later. Those dresses later. Everything's later. So when we decide to declutter, we're taking action. And I believe in a universal source. Everything is like action based. The universe is like, yes, now she's taking action. And when we're clearing those things, those decisions, I like to say we're activating our decluttering muscle.
I love it.
Our decision-making muscle. And this is what I have found in my own life in the last 5 years. I have strengthened my yes. I follow my yes so much more than I used to. I used to second guess decisions, and now you said, "Did you want to do this podcast?" Yes.
Yes.
There is yes. I follow my yes.
This is so beautiful. You become better in decision taking. You become better in productivity.
Yes.
Time management, because you're not delaying the things and you're clearing out your mind. Oh my God, there's so many benefits that you can do. And how about joining this community where you don't have to do it all alone?
Exactly.
Right? So you do it like in happy hour, it's one day living room, then pantry, and the whole house is covered.
Right. And if that is too much for one person, if you need extra space, extra time, I do one-on-one consultations as well. And I come to you, either virtually or in person if it works out. But to be there with you and getting help, because we live in a society where we can get anything delivered in hours.
Yes.
So this is not something where we need to be holding on to so much things. We can really redefine who we are in a day.
And I think it also helps because these are all materialistic things.
Yes.
We are in this world, we are so much confining ourselves with that materialistic thing. So it also helps you to get rid of that and not have that emotional connection.
Yes.
Right?
Well, I don't think it is an accident by any means that all of the world's religions have this idea of cleanliness is next to godliness. Or like a monk, we don't ever see a monk carrying a wagon full of things.
Of course.
The less we have, the more connected we are to source.
Yeah,
because clutter. It's cluttering our mind. It's cluttering it's stealing our time.
Beautiful. In fact, this reminds me another thing. In our Indian community, we celebrate a festival called Diwali, which is called the Festival of Lights. So where we welcome the goddess of money, it's Lakshmi, and everybody in our whole community, we all cleanse our whole house, whether it's the paint and anything and clearing out things. So we do it once a year complete. It's like deep cleaning. Why? Because it is said that you keep a room clean, you keep your house clean, and then you open the doors for the goddess to come in your life. I mean, it's all universe. So decluttering has so many benefits. I never thought that this topic we can do conversations for hours, right?
I know. Well, and that's why my company is actually called Go Goddess Organizing.
Oh, yes. Because Go Goddess Organizing.
Yes, because I believe it is this, or in my experience and my clients, it is an unburying of this goddess within, this full power of who we are as women when we shed the stuff that's been holding us stuck.
Yes, I love it. Okay, tell us more about, of course, when you started after pandemic and you found that that's your calling.
Yes.
But nothing is overnight success. What were the challenges? What were the struggles that you faced along this journey?
I would say because of the timing of everything, it was also, going from being a virtual coach, a virtual business, to then going in person into people's homes. For me, there was can I do this for people? A little bit of doubt. And then I just started at a friend's house, and it was magic. I love supporting women, but I also have a superpower of just jumping in and getting started.
I love it.
I have some friends who are very good at finishing projects. I'm a very good starter, and just sometimes that's what people need is they've been staring at boxes for years, and they're huge pile of boxes. Where do we start? You have to open one. What is the first step? Let's open one. And small, manageable chunks. That's what we work with. I would say another huge, crazy thing happened in my business when I was leaving teaching. I didn't start this business thinking I was going to ever leave teaching.
Right.
I thought it was going to be a side hustle. And then all of a sudden, I realized the income that I was making could take over what I was doing as a teacher. And I thought, oh my gosh, I could do this. So I spent the year 2022 preparing to leave as a teacher.
Wow.
And by the end of May 2022, I thought, here we go. This is it. I'm going to do it.
Awesome.
And as I left, I thought it was going to be just like a stream going down the river, so smoothly. But what happened was I wasn't ready to emotionally let go of my own job, my career of 22 years. And I threw my back out, like picking up a piece of paper. And, that was so important to me.
Let's pause.
Okay.
That sounds great. Thanks, Larry.
Okay, let's resume. Sorry.
Okay. So as I was leaving this teaching job, I realized what was holding me stuck was me. I was stuck. I couldn't imagine this big leap. And things happened physically. I threw out my back. I unfortunately lost my mother at this time.
Sorry about that.
Oh, yes. And I got COVID. It was like I got in my rowboat and it went sideways and hit the rapids. And that's sort of what happens in business sometimes.
It does.
It is not always smooth sailing. And I like to say that having a business is a personal growth seminar. What was I going to do? Was I going to just decide, okay, forget it. I'm going back to shore. I'm going back to my teaching. Or was I going to, figure out these rapids and go? And that's what wound up happening. And then my teaching position had said, we'll give you a year leave of absence.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they really loved me and they wanted me to stay as a teacher. And they said, unpaid, but at the end of the year, if you decide you want to come back, come back.
So you got a testing time.
So I got a testing time. But what I didn't realize was that safety net was tripping me up. It was actually holding me stuck, and I didn't
Because
know.
at the back of the mind, you knew that, if it doesn't work out, I still have an option.
Right. So I called at the end of the year, and I had said, I'm not ready to come back. Would you grant me another year? And they said, yes. And then I called them a week later and I said, no, I have no intention of coming back. This is just a safety net. And that was my biggest month of revenue in my business. When I finally let it go. When I let go.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. And from then, that gives me goosebumps when I think about that.
Me too. I was thinking about it.
So it's not just the physical things that we hold on to, but it really is like
decisions in your life.
It is.
Wow. So powerful.
Yeah.
But I'm sure, you have helped so many women out there. For some people, it's just decluttering and cleansing. But for many, it would have been changed their life. You never know. So is there any aha moment where you felt that, my life is so worth it. I'm glad that I did this for this person. So do you have a story?
Multiple, but I have really focused on helping women who have experienced loss. So death of a loved one, divorce, a breakup, downsizing, moving career, shift of identity. And these women really, who are stuck with the clutter, we find the pieces that are tethering them to those old positions or that person, and we find a way to honor it and let it go, or honor it and put it, in a position of power in the home. But I'm reminded of one of my clients. I could say my favorite client because they all are my favorite clients. Who she had suffered a stroke 4 years prior. And in this stroke, what she noticed, one thing was her decision-making skills were highly impaired. And her house was full of clutter. So, as we said, it's delayed decisions. Now she has a hard time making decisions, and here she is surrounded by unmade decisions. So we started by decluttering her garage in order to then declutter her storage unit, which she was paying $600 a month.
Wow.
In storage in San Diego. Not just the real estate is expensive.
Yeah, but it's still expensive.
Yeah. So as we started working together, probably the second week, because she was a stroke victim, she went to weekly stroke therapy, and her stroke therapist said to her, what is different? Are you on a different medication? Are you doing something different? Are you eating something different? Your skin is glowing and you just look so alive. And she said, I'm decluttering.
Oh, that's so
I'm
good.
decluttering. It has a physical, effect on our bodies.
That's everything. I mean, you mentioned she had a glow on her face because it said when you're happy from inside,
yes,
it comes on your face.
Yes.
Right? It definitely. Yesterday after this event, I was at another event and this girl is trying, can you take my picture? I said, yes. And then she says, the pictures are not coming great. I said, okay, take a moment. Think about your favorite song. Think about that happy moment. And then we got a nice picture. She said, yes, I was stressed that I didn't cook dinner for my daughter and I have to go home. Should I step out or should I stay? So I think, the mind of state, it impacts and it shows on your face.
Yes.
Right? So decluttering can help so many things. I never knew that. I mean, emotional, physical, mental, facial expressions, everything changes.
Well, and some people think that, okay, first I have to make a decision and then I'll get everything organized. But really, it can be the other way around.
Okay.
If we don't know what our decision is, just start letting things go that you're ready to let go of. And then maybe our path will become clear. What
you'll be
is
able
left?
to take decisions better.
Yes, especially your audience who is trying to figure out what their passion is. Let's stop putting so much focus on the multi-passionate,
right?
But really focus in on clearing the things that we could let go.
Right.
One of my clients is a professional quilter, like a competitive quilter. And so as you can imagine, she has tons, so much quilting projects. And as we were decluttering, one thing I was really noticing was how quickly she could take a half-made quilt and say, oh, I'm not going to finish this one, and let it go. And I was like, whoa,
Oh,
wow. And that taught me, because she's like, I don't like this pattern anymore. I don't like it. I'm not going to spend 20 more hours on
to
this
finish this.
to finish it when I don't like it. I'm only going to work on the ones that I like. So even abandoning things that you haven't finished and letting it go. If you're an artist and you have a piece of art that you've been working on,
Yeah,
and
sometimes we keep working on it hard and hard and hard till we get there, and then we realize, oh, it was all a waste.
it was all a waste. Let it go before it becomes the waste, the time suck, and focus on what you want. Live in flow.
Very beautiful. So you mentioned about happy hour, but what are other programs that you offer if someone wants to connect with you? You know, I know there's one full year planner kind of a concept.
I do. I have a planner. I have a planner. I have a planner on Amazon called The Year She Let It Go. And it takes you monthly through your home with the idea of touching everything in that room. There's 21 tasks a month. Touching everything in that room and deciding if it's a part of your past, or and you can let it go, or a part of your future that you want to take with you in this life, right? So this planner goes, and if you'd like community around that planner, we meet twice a month. We map your month. We do the happy hours twice a month. So I guess we meet 4 times a month. And then we do a progress party at the end. How is your space?
Wow. I love it. Progress party.
And you have access to me virtually, and for any questions and anything, wherever you're getting stuck. And so we can move.
Very nice. So there's happy hour, there's a planner, you can connect with her. There are so many things. It's just you have to decide and say yes to it. Great. I'm so excited to, have you, because this is so powerful. I've never, ever hosted any guest who talked about this concept, which is something a part of everyone's life, everyone's life. Nobody is spared from that. Great. Coming towards the end of our episode, we normally do a magic formula in the end. So for our audience, most of them know I do a Wednesday voice, where every Wednesday I post a 1 minute of personal growth formula, which is easy to remember, easy to apply in the life, because nowadays it's so much of information everywhere. It's very challenging what I learn, how I apply, and we forget. We get motivated and we forget. But those are little magic formula. That's why it's magic, right? It creates magic if you do it. So what is one magic formula that you would like to share with our audience so that they can declutter?
I have 4 words that I feel were gifted to me this past year. And I repeat them on a loop, on a mantra. And they have really become my magical formula. The first word is gratitude.
Okay.
I'm thankful for what I have, thankful for this moment. It can be little. The second word is release. So what can I release in this moment? I was feeling very stressed yesterday, for something, and this doesn't belong in my body. What can I release? Or what can you release from and clean your room? The third word is flow. So there is no yes, there is no no, there are only flow and resistance.
Okay.
Flowing. I want to flow in my life. I want new earrings to flow to me, and I want my old earrings to flow out, And then expansion. I just feel it's like an auric expansion. I'm taking up more space. I am expanding my bank account. Things are expanding. So I just say, this is my magic formula. Gratitude, release, flow, expansion. Gratitude, release, flow, expansion.
Love it.
And I
it's
just
so
say it.
beautiful. You can definitely apply this. And then where can people find you?
I am on Facebook under Unison Frances, or the Instagram under Go Goddess Organizing. You can find me on the socials. I would love to connect with you. Or you can go to my website, GoGoddessOrganizing.com.
Awesome. You can find her anywhere. Go Goddess Organizing and declutter your life. Get better in decisions and take that decision right now. Because if it's not now, it's right here, right now. Whatever time we have in our life, let's make the best use of it. And I'm sure you will feel productive. For example, this whole week I've been in the conference, so my piles are there. So today morning I told my daughter that Monday I am just organizing this whole, because I cannot function before I organize it. Everything has to go at their own place. That is very important. But thank you so much for sharing all that insights. And
Can I give your audience something? Can I give them a gift?
Of course.
So this,
Yes.
I'd like to, if we can link it to it.
Yes, we will.
I have a free energetic decluttering list.
Okay.
So if you are looking for more love in your life, there's a list of 25 things you can let go of to call love in, to create space for love. If you are looking to create your business, be that passionpreneur, then you're going to go with the mental checklist. There are 25 things on here that you can let go of to help you clear that path. And if you are looking for more health in your life, then it's a physical checklist. So we'll link that to this.
I will add that link in the description, and you get to get the free gift. Come on. Nothing is free nowadays, but you're getting free. Thank you so much. It was wonderful, wonderful chatting with you. So for the audience, we'll see you in the next episode, but don't forget to subscribe. And I'm going to link all the details for this beautiful, gorgeous lady. Let's give her a shout out.
Can't wait to hear you. Thank you.